For centuries, the Bermuda Triangle has remained a perplexing and eerie mystery. Stretching across the Straits of Florida, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean, this vast region has earned the nickname the Devil's Triangle due to the numerous unexplained disappearances that have occurred within its borders. From ships vanishing without a trace to entire aircrafts simply vanishing, the Bermuda Triangle has captivated minds worldwide. But what's behind the chilling stories? Is it merely fiction, or is there something more sinister at play? Join us as we embark on a journey to uncover the truth behind one of the world's most enduring mysteries, the Bermuda Triangle. Fact or fiction? Let's explore. The Bermuda Triangle is an area of the Atlantic Ocean defined by 3 points: Miami, Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This roughly triangular region spans about 500,000 square miles of ocean. The area has been a focal point for mystery and speculation for centuries, but it wasn't until the mid-20th century that it gained widespread attention. The first recorded mysterious disappearance in the area occurred as early as the 19th century, but it wasn't until the famous case of Flight 19 in 1945 that the Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a danger zone began to grow. Before this, the Triangle had been a bustling maritime trade route with no more incidents than any other part of the world. However, after the 1945 disappearance of 5 U.S. Navy bombers and their crew during a routine training mission, the Bermuda Triangle was thrust into the spotlight. The event was widely covered, and the stories that followed started to build the legend of this area, an area where planes, ships, and people could vanish without a trace, often leaving more questions than answers. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers, collectively known as Flight 19, took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training mission over the Atlantic Ocean. The mission was relatively simple: navigate out to a series of waypoints and return to base. But what happened next would remain one of the most haunting mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. As Flight 19 completed its training mission, something went terribly wrong. The pilots of the aircraft began to report confusion with their navigation systems. They had lost track of their position, and despite attempts to radio back to base, they were unable to get their bearings. One of the pilots reported that the sun had disappeared, which was impossible for the time of day. Another reported seeing strange objects in the sky, though what these objects were remains a matter of debate. Eventually, all 5 bombers ran out of fuel, and they were presumed to have crashed into the ocean. A search effort was launched, but no wreckage was ever found. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains one of the most significant cases associated with the Bermuda Triangle. But Flight 19 wasn't the only incident associated with this area. Just hours after the bombers disappeared, a rescue plane, a PBM Mariner, was dispatched to locate the missing aircraft. However, the Mariner too vanished without a trace, further deepening the mystery. Though many theories have been suggested to explain the disappearance of Flight 19, no definitive answers have emerged. Was it a case of human error, equipment failure, or was something more supernatural at play? Flight 19's disappearance wasn't an isolated event. Over the decades, many ships and aircraft have met strange fates within the Bermuda Triangle. Let's take a look at some of the most baffling cases. One of the earliest and most well-known disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle involved the USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy cargo ship. In March 1918, the Cyclops left the island of Barbados on its way to Baltimore, Maryland, carrying over 300 men and a full cargo of manganese ore. The ship was never heard from again. Despite a large search effort, no wreckage was ever found, and the ship simply vanished without a trace. The Cyclops is considered the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. naval history. To this day, its fate remains one of the greatest mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Although this case occurred before the Triangle gained its notoriety, the eerie circumstances surrounding the Mary Celeste are often linked to the area. The Mary Celeste was a merchant ship found drifting off the coast of the Azores Islands, completely abandoned. The ship's crew and passengers had vanished, leaving behind all their belongings, the ship in good condition, and the cargo intact. The mystery of the Mary Celeste continues to be a subject of speculation, with theories ranging from piracy to the possibility of a natural disaster. In the late 1940s, 2 British airliners, Star Tiger and Star Ariel, disappeared under similar circumstances while flying through the Bermuda Triangle. Both planes were on regular flights between Bermuda and the United Kingdom, but after leaving Bermuda's airspace, they lost contact with air traffic control and were never seen again. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage was found, and both cases remain unsolved. Now, let's dive into the 6 prevailing theories that attempt to explain the Bermuda Triangle's mystifying occurrences. One of the most intriguing theories suggests that the Bermuda Triangle might be a place where time itself behaves differently. In 1970, Floridian pilot Bruce Jernon and his crew experienced something truly bizarre. As they were flying toward the Bahamas, they encountered an oddly shaped, elliptical cloud hovering just above the ocean. The crew described the experience as dark, yet not stormy, with blinding flashes of light illuminating the entire sky. As the trio flew deeper into the cloud, the strangest thing happened. They realized that they had traveled a distance of 90 miles from their original location in just minutes. Jernon's plane had cut through what he later called an electronic fog. He claimed they had crossed into a space-time anomaly, skipping across both distance and time. In a mere 3 minutes, they had covered 100 miles, and an entire 30-minute flight had been reduced to a few minutes. Though his experience remains unexplained, scientists have found that solar disturbances, like sunspots and solar winds, could cause sudden shifts in magnetic fields, which might disrupt navigational equipment. Some theorists believe this disturbance in the magnetic field could warp time itself, explaining the odd phenomenon witnessed by Jernon. But while this theory sounds captivating, no solid evidence has emerged to confirm the existence of time vortexes in the Bermuda Triangle. What if extraterrestrial beings are involved? Some theorists argue that the Bermuda Triangle is a stargate, a portal that UFOs use to travel between dimensions. This theory gained traction when, in 1945, 5 Navy bombers known as Flight 19 vanished without a trace. The flight, led by Lieutenant Charles Carroll Taylor, took off on a routine training mission. However, something went terribly wrong. In the midst of the flight, Taylor radioed in with a strange message: "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right. We don't know where we are. The water is green, not white." Shortly after that transmission, the planes vanished, leaving behind no wreckage. The Navy report would later say the planes flew off to Mars. Some enthusiasts believe that the disappearance of Flight 19 was not due to human error, but because the planes were swept into an alien portal. However, experts note that Lieutenant Taylor was inexperienced in the area and was possibly lost, which could have led to the confusion. This idea of extraterrestrial involvement remains largely speculative and unproven. For some, the Bermuda Triangle represents something far darker, a gateway to hell itself. Known as the Devil's Triangle, this theory posits that the Bermuda Triangle is an entry point to an underworld or supernatural realm. Though this theory is based on religious and mythical beliefs, it has been embraced by some spiritualists. They claim that the Bermuda Triangle is a place where souls are trapped or drawn into another dimension. But the lack of concrete evidence and the highly supernatural nature of the theory makes it far from a widely accepted explanation. Another popular theory links the Bermuda Triangle to the ancient, mythical city of Atlantis. Some claim that Atlantis once existed beneath the waves of the Bermuda Triangle and that its mysterious energy is the source of the strange disappearances. American psychic Edgar Cayce, famous for his readings about Atlantis, claimed that the last remnants of the sunken city were located near the Bahamas and that the area's electromagnetic fields could interfere with navigational equipment. In the 1960s, diver J. Manson Valentine discovered a submerged rock formation near Bimini in the Bahamas. Many believe this structure, known as the Bimini Road, is the remains of an ancient road leading to Atlantis. However, geologists argue that the formation is natural and not man-made. Despite these doubts, some still maintain that the lost city of Atlantis lies beneath the waters of the Bermuda Triangle, causing strange disruptions to any modern ships or aircraft that pass overhead. An explanation grounded in science suggests that the Bermuda Triangle's mysteries may be caused by an occurrence known as ocean flatulence. Beneath the ocean surface, there are pockets of methane gas trapped in the sea floor. Under certain conditions, such as underwater landslides or seismic activity, these pockets may burst to the surface. This release of gas could potentially cause ships to lose buoyancy, causing them to sink without warning. Furthermore, if enough methane rises into the air, it could stall airplane engines, explaining some of the unexplained disappearances of aircrafts. However, scientists have noted that while methane pockets are common worldwide, they haven't been linked to any major disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle in recent years. One of the more outlandish theories suggests that a comet struck the Bermuda Triangle around 11,000 years ago. Some believe that this comet had electromagnetic properties that disrupt modern navigational equipment, such as compasses, making it easier for ships and planes to become lost. While this theory sounds exciting, experts argue that such a comet's electromagnetic effects would be far too localized to explain the wide array of disappearances reported in the triangle. Additionally, compass deviations in the area are well documented and can be explained by natural magnetic variations. The Bermuda Triangle remains one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed to explain the strange disappearances that have occurred within its boundaries, from time warps and alien portals to sunken cities and gas eruptions. But while the theories are fascinating, none have been conclusively proven. What we know for sure is that the Bermuda Triangle is a complex and unique area with natural phenomena that may account for many of the reported disappearances. Whether or not there's something more mysterious at play remains to be seen. Thank you for joining us as we explored the Bermuda Triangle. We may never have all the answers, but one thing is certain: the enigma continues to captivate our imagination. What do you think? Could the Bermuda Triangle really hold a secret that we're just not ready to understand? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.